just don't know. What I told you, cuz. People see it, but they just don't know. People see it, but they just don't know. People, let's go. People see it, but they just don't know. People see it, but they just don't know. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. I'm fresh off the block. I had to play that intro for our guest today. This is Dr. Betty Speaks Again, and thank you so much for joining me on another Wednesday of Overcoming Battles. Listen, getting knocked down in life is a given. Getting up and moving forward is a choice. That's a quote by Zig Ziglar. And today's guest is a phenomenal friend of mine. She is a celebrity that's doing things across the nation, worldwide. And I promise you, when you listen to her testimony today, you're not going to have an excuse for not taking action. You're not going to have an excuse for not moving forward. You're going to be like, if she can do it, I can do it. So I want to encourage you to go ahead or empower you to go ahead, grab yourself a pencil, a pen, or take your phones and put it on airplane. Get rid of all of your distractions because you're going to be ready to take action after you hear from my sister. It's one of my baby sisters too, a sister in Christ, a sister that I can call upon and talk to about things and get an answer from. You need those accountable people in life. So again, welcome to Overcoming Battles, not staying in the battle, but overcoming them. And I'm gonna let my friend, like I told you, she's a worldwide person. She does things across the world. I'm gonna let her welcome her onto our call today and allow her to tell you who she is, what she does, and then her testimony. What makes her keep moving in life? Thank you so much for tuning in. And no other than Dr. Onika. I want to say,
hey.
Are you there?
I am doing great. I am super excited to be here on today. So glad to be on this platform with you, my sister in Christ. Just so grateful for just life, and just to even begin there, just grateful for life will make you want to take action. So I am Dr. Onika Shirley, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert, where I help you to stop procrastinating, to get your dreams out of your head into your life, and to build unshakable confidence. I just love what I do. And I help individuals to know who they are, one, in Christ, and to get their dreams out of their head into their lives, because it is not what has happened to us, it's what we do with it. It's the decisions that we make to either move or to sit stagnant. So I'm so glad to be here. Dr. Speak, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Absolutely. You know, I was sharing with Dr. Shirley earlier, and I just call her Coach O because it seems like it could be Coach O, Dr. O, whatever it is, she's going to give you a solution to her problems. You know, sometimes in life when you go through things, and she has had some traumatic experiences in life that she has overcome. And as I remember the very first time I met her, it may have been 4 years ago now, and we did a prayer event together, which was absolutely phenomenal. But to hear her story about an incident that happened in her life, and then it compromised who she was, and it solidified the things that she did, and people don't know that. You know, we had that song, that the intro that came on. People see you, but they just don't know. So I'm going to ask her just to share about the story, and then when she share that story, I want you to hear. She's going to just to hear the things that she has accomplished in life or even what you went through, Coach Joe.
Great, great, great. So thank you so much again. And Les Brown, he says, when life knocks you down, try to land on your back because if you look up, you can get up. Let your reason get you back up. I love some Les Brown. But my story is, at the age of 19, I was in two car wrecks. I was in a car wreck March of um, 1996. But prior to that, I was in a car wreck November of 1995. In my senior year of high school, only attending school the first and third 9 weeks of my senior year. So if you can imagine that time in life where, every child that goes through school looking for graduation, looking forward to prom, and all those different sorts of types of things that I didn't have an opportunity to attend because I was a young mother working a full-time job and in high school, and I had these two terrible car accidents that led to some lifetime injuries that I have learned to deal with, but it was a battle. It was a battle. It was a battle to overcome those hurdles. It was a battle to overcome that pain. It was a battle to overcome that setback. And as I said, I attended school only 9 weeks out of 4. I still graduated. The healing process, the time of being in the hospital for over a month and a half, having my teeth wired shut, losing the left femur in my left leg, crushing my left knee, breaking my left ankle and my left 3 toes off of my left foot. It left me with a lot of pain. It left me with a lot of. Even now, I still have a metal plate in my left jaw. I still have a metal rod in my left thigh. I still have a metal plate in my left knee, and I still have screws in my left ankle. But even going through all of that, I think about it doesn't matter. How far we are in life. It doesn't matter where we are in life. Sometimes we're bound to fall. I was a, single mom just looking to take care of my, at the time, 3-year-old daughter. Living in my own place at the age of 16. And you figure when I had these car wrecks, I was 19 years old. And it rocked my world. It rocked my world. But I found that, I still had responsibilities. I found that, I still had life that was worth living. And so, during that time, I still had schoolwork that had to be done. And if I was going to graduate, I had worked hard. I had been through kindergarten. I had been through first, second, third, on up to the 12th grade. That wasn't the time to give up. When you think about I've come too far to turn around. I've come too far to quit. So quitting wasn't an option for me. It was not an option for me. I said, you know what? I've made it this far. I'm not going to quit. Whatever energy, whatever work, whatever needed to be done, I was willing to do it. So I had to take the time to feel my pain. I had to take the time to feel the pain that I had, but I had to endure in the middle of it. I had to endure in the middle of it. Not just physical pain. That was a lot of physical pain. A lot of swelling. A lot of, I walked on crutches for a whole year. So one day I just said, you know what? If I walk with a limp, I walk with a limp, but I'm not walking with these crutches anymore because they were helping me to stay off my leg, but they were killing my armpits. I said, I am just tired of them, and I put them down. But even the mental state that it could have put me in, because I could have been one to say that, I don't know where I'm going to turn, where I'm going to go from here. I could have been one to say I'm not going to graduate. I could have been one to say that, why this happened to me. But, I said, I got to keep pushing. I got to keep going. I got to complete the work. I got to get my diploma. And I did. Even only attending school for 2 9 weeks in the 12th grade, I graduated with my class without delay. I sit there in my hospital bed that I had to have in my home, doing my coursework, doing my homework. And I had one particular teacher, she sent me everything, every pop quiz, every test, every assignment. I had to do it all. But you know what? I did it. I did it because I had worked so hard to get to where I was. And so I said, this is not the season to give up. This is not the season to quit. So I had to accept the things that I couldn't change. I had to accept the things that I could not change. And when I said, there's no quitting in this situation, Onika. There is no quitting in this situation. Sometimes we have to talk to ourselves to say, we really have to be an encouragement to ourselves because outsiders don't quite understand. If they haven't been there, and even if they've been through something similar to, they don't quite understand. So you have to have something in you, and you may not have it because perseverance, we can get it. We can get it because we can get knocked down and we can learn. We can learn to get back up to say, no, I'm not staying down here. I'm not going to stay in this situation. And so it was definitely an experience, but it was an experience that made me be the woman that I am today. And I told myself, even that's been 24 years ago, I said, I don't think I could never in my whole entire life experience anything more painful than this. So today, Onika, I can face anything. Nothing, I don't think nothing in the world can hurt me as much as that physical pain that I had. With all the swelling and all the doctor's appointments and trying to go to physical therapy and all the limitations and all the things that went with that, went from working really hard and being able to take care of myself to not being able to go back to the home that I left the day of the car wreck. Never seen that house again. Having to stay with my sister for several months before I was able to stay by myself, and went from working and earning an income down to welfare for a few months until I was on SSI disability. But then there's victory after that because I went from SSI to earning well over 6 figures because I made a decision that I was not going to stay stuck in the pit of the fall from the wreck. I said, I know that there is more to life than this. I know that there's more to life than this. So if there's anybody out here listening to this podcast, remember, it doesn't matter how you fall, how far you fall, when you fall in life, how far you rise, that there is a way up when we make a decision in our mind. When we make a decision in our mind to say that this right here, this not going to keep me down. This right here is not going to keep me down because that's the decision that I made. The wreck wasn't going to keep me down. The doctor's report and diagnosis wasn't going to keep me down because they said, Dr. Speaks, that there's a lot of things you would never do. There's a lot of things that'll take you a long time to do. Mm-hmm. And I used to just tell myself, I said, oh, the devil is a lie. I will. So I used to have little challenges with myself that I would do this and I would do that. And I did it. Even with the limitations, I did it. And to know that life will try to knock you down. But one thing about it, it can't keep you down when you have a mind and a will to get up.
I love it. I love the fact that, you have a story in there when you said that you got tired of those crutches. And I'm thinking that's a story by itself. Sometimes we hold on to our crutches. You were talking about something that was physically supposed to help you walk. given the fact that one of you broke 3 toes, and that just made me ball my toes up, because even when I stump a toe it hurts. But the fact that you broke 3 of your toes, and everyone knows that when you do something to your toes, that cripples you for the most part. It's like, what do I do, because this is painful. But you when you said that, I put down my crutches. I got tired of them. I just threw them away. It's like God saying, put them away. You can walk. When you said that, I'm like, that girl got another story in her. Another book is coming from that. And then you said that you made mention of, um, you brought me to the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can. When you said that, you had to make a change. That was so powerful. And so it's like, I know your mind is still going right now, because you can add more to that. When you accept the things that you cannot change, this young lady had to accept the fact that she could not physically go to school, and she had to have the courage to do the things that she could do. Can you imagine having your teeth wired, your mouth? I mean, it's like, what did you eat? What was well? How did you eat when your teeth were wired shut? You know?
That's a good question. The diet was very limited because because of the digestion. When you're not able to properly chew your food, your options are limited, and so my food was blended up like ramen noodles, blended up cereal, and the other part to that with my teeth being wired shut. At the age of 19, I knocked out one of my front teeth and broke the other one in half. So it was only through the one spot that I had the knocked out tooth that I was able to stick the straw in to be able to eat this blended up food, and that's how I survived. That time from November to well after January. Not and even after when they took those wires out, putting them in, you were in surgery. I was in surgery for 7 hours
Wow.
with them to put them in, but for them to take them out, I was woke. And I mean, you wouldn't even think that your mouth had that type of depth for the wires to be as long as your pinky, and they just half numb your mouth, and you're holding on to the doctor's hand every time he pulled one of those wires out of your gums. And I mean, it was so painful.
Wow.
And to not be able to open your mouth little bitty. But I remember after I got all the wires out and I wanted something to eat, it took me an hour and a half to eat a Whopper from Burger King.
Wow.
But I wanted real food. I had eaten blended up food for 2.5 months, and it was just like luxury to be able to eat a burger. And I sit there and I ate it and I enjoyed it. But that's how I did it.
Wow. And again, that serenity prayer, I think it was composed back in the 40s, and you said that this incident took place when you were like 18 or 19, which had to be, I'm not going to tell your age, like 2 years ago, but it happened. It happened. And then you talk about that burger, and I'm telling you, I was given the serenity prayer by a young lady that was so grateful for me helping her through some things. And I remember the second verse of that prayer saying, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace. And that burger could not have been good to you because you knew that you didn't grind it, but you accept the hardship of eating that burger because it brought peace to you because you hadn't had some solid food for over 2 months. Look
Yes.
at God. And I have to say that this is like this may not be the battle that most people are overcoming, but it definitely solidifies and it definitely complements. And I want to use the word compliment from the heart because it Dr. O is definitely sharing with us how to overcome that battle that you have gone through. It could be an illness or whatever type of sickness, whatever is keeping you down that's mind boggling to you. And you know that you're supposed to be doing something else. You know that Dr. O, talk about how when we go through things, it's like a test to see what we're gonna do with that thing that we're going through. You know what I mean? This,
Yes, and it brings me up. It brings to my mind a quote of Charles Swindler that I like, and it said that life is only 10% of what happens to you, and the other 90% is how you respond. And I mean, when you just chew on that, to think that 10% of what happens and 90% of how you respond, to know that I have control. And just to go back a little bit on, accepting the things that we cannot change, I think for me and for the world, for us, it's for us to just basically understand. It's just when we get the awareness and the understanding that what has happened,
mm,
it cannot be undone. So when we're able to accept the things that has happened and be able to move forward from that place that it happened in, that's when we are able to move in a way that it seems impossible, because when you think about it, and as I talk, I'm trying not to get all, mushy, but when you think about it, that I accept the things that cannot be undone. Not that I like them, not that I wanted them, not that I expected them, not that I planned for it, but when I understand what has happened to me, what has happened in my life, what has happened in my business, what has happened in my family, what has happened in my body, it can't be undone. But I can accept it. And I can pull myself up from where I am, whether it be a medical diagnosis, whether it be a bad business deal, whether it be a divorce, whether it be, a disobedient child, whether it be the loss of a job, whatever it may be for you, but to understand that it has happened and that this is not the last of me, that this story is not the end of me, but it's the beginning of me. And I like to say that, I take the lesson and leave the pain. I take the lesson and leave the pain, because I know that whatever I'm going through, it can't be changed in a day in most cases. And I know ignoring it or trying to numb it, that the situation that I'm in is not going to just go away. I have to address it. And so I don't have to address it with negativity, but I can address it with perseverance. I can address it positively.
yes.
I can address it knowing that I can go forward, that I can go higher, that I can still live within the plans, the parameters that I was created in, because things happen in life that was not a part of the original plan. And it makes me think of, I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, says the Lord.
Yes.
And I paraphrase that a little, but, just for the sake of this conversation, to know that whatever we may go through, and there's another thing that I like to tell myself, and I forget whose quote it is, but it's kind of like, good thing, bad thing, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Don't evaluate, because what looks bad can be worked out for your good, because there's always a lesson that we get out of what we've been through. I tell myself, through that car wreck, there's no telling what I would have been doing at that age. And,
wow.
not to say that, God made that happen, this and that. No. But sometimes there are warnings before destructions, and sometimes there's some things that need to slow us down. And so I never looked at why me. I always looked at why not me, because you know God, you know who I was, you know who I am, you know what I can handle. The word says that He had never put more on us than we can bear. He know who can handle what. And so when we know that we've been through some things for a purpose, because we can never be a great leader if we haven't been through some stuff. We can never tell people about healing if we've never been sick. We can never tell people that we can come out if we've never been through. So when you think about the things that we go through in life and the things that we face in life, and when you think about the stuff that has tried to knock you down, you think about it can't keep me down, because I know who I am. I know who I was created to be. I know what He said, and what I see is not what I saw. And when I think about what I see in life today, it's not what He showed me in my dreams. It's not what He told me in my spirit. It's not what He told me as a little girl when I wondered when and where and how. And when I had that imagination that I was going to be doing some of the things that I'm doing now, that wreck didn't show me what He had showed me. That wreck didn't show me what He had told me. So I knew I had to get up. I had to get up. And for those that are listening, there's some things that has been told to you. There's some things that has been shown to you. There's some dreams that has been given to you that you're not living. The life that you're living now is not what He showed you. So don't settle for that image. Go back and get the image that He gave you before that thing happened. Go back and get the image that He gave you before the divorce, before the lost job, before the bad business deal, before the diagnosis. Go back and get that image before you went through what you went through, because it's greater, it's bigger, and it is yet possible. Every day that we're given is possible. It is so possible. That is so good to me.
I know. This is like I can't even take notes because my ears are open. I have to hold on to every word that Dr. Onika Shirley is sharing today. It's just she and I were talking about how we need to pour into one another. That's what this show is all about, pouring into those that don't have anyone to pour into them, so you can get gird up, go ahead and get gird up so you can be able to empower or inspire someone else. I'm telling you, this is such a phenomenal story. And when I tell you that like I said, it happened a couple of years ago, but she has organizations in Pakistan, in India, there in the state that she's currently from, Arkansas. She's doing things all over the world, and I just named a few places. But I want her to share with you where you could get more information. I mean, there's not too many people out there in social media named Onika, but that's Coach O. You can just put that one word up there. I don't know what I was expecting. I saw her name several times before meeting her, but I didn't expect her to have the same color skin as I do. How about that? But I promise you, she is a shaker, and she's definitely very honest and committed to doing what she says she will do. And if you contact her with concerns or issues, or wanted to affiliate with some of the things that she has going on, she has a nonprofit organization as well. If you like to donate to that, whatever it is, I'm going to allow her to share with you. I'll be posting it on social media, on my social media as well. But this is a worldwide platform, and I want her to share with you how you can get in touch with her. And then let her just close us out with a couple of more nuggets, and then we'll be closing out with you all for the day. But yes, Coach O, you brought some fire here. My feet were just moving. you know. So yes, we want to know, how do we stay in touch with Dr. Onika Shirley?
So I am on all social media platforms. I am on Facebook as Onika Shirley. I am on Instagram as Action Speaks Volume. And you can also send an email to actionspeaksvolume at gmail.com. All one word. That is Action Speaks Volume at gmail.com. And again, I am on Facebook as Onika Shirley and Instagram as Action Speaks Volume. This has been so amazing.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it's like having a mini church, and you getting just what you want out of it. That just take me to the meat and let me eat. That's what you have done for us today. And I wanted to make sure everyone know the spelling of your name, even though we keep saying Onika. It is definitely Onika. And if you're following me, you will definitely find her out there too. But and she'll be back because there's some. This is just one part of her platform that she's sharing with you on how she got over. And it's definitely overcoming the battles. And she touched on one other thing as she spoke. She was saying, um, I definitely want to let you know that he doesn't give us any battle. He gives his battle to his strongest soldiers. He gives she was touching on that, and I wanted to say just that he knows how to give us a battle. And then you be like, you want to say, why me, God? I did this and this. I've accomplished this and I could did this. He says, well, you're my strong soldier. I want you to accomplish this as well, because I'm going to introduce you to another platform. That's why I want you to go through this. Oh, okay. But it sure does hurt. So, but that's what he does, right, Coach O?
That's what he does. That's what he does. He prepares us for
Mm,
next. He prepares us for next. And we
yes.
have to we have to pass the test on the first level in order to go to the next level.
Ooh wee. And what better way to do that than to bring you subject matter experts such as Dr. Onika Shirley, who has gone through overcome battle after battle after battle. What better way to understand or to know how and to comprehend that, hey, that's just a test. Don't worry about it. You're going to pass because he gave it to you for a reason. And when you have someone that's going to feed you the positive words and not the negative words about what you're going through, because you did hear her say that she couldn't get into that negative threshold concerning her in that car accident that she had. She had one. It was like 1 month and then another month. It was like two car accidents. We got to get this thing right. You didn't get it right the first time I gave you that test from that first car accident. Let me do it again and so see how you're going to overcome this one. And she did. I mean, to finish high school and now to go on to college and become a doctor, that shows you right there that she did not give up. She continued to press her way. And when she comes back, she's going to show you how she not only set the example for herself, but she set the example for others to follow and to do and to basically to find out who they are in life. She's a mother, and I like tell that mother story. What kind of mother are you?
Yes. I say I'm a two by two by two. I am a biological mother. I am a foster mother and also a adoptive mother. So, and I'm a spiritual mother to many. And so, it's my passion. It's my purpose. It's not always easy, but I know that it's definitely worth it. And I would just love, love, love to add that I'm the proud grandmother of one baby Audrey. That is my heart. That is my heart. And so, yeah, so I am a hardworking mother along with all the other things that I do. And if you don't mind, I just want to I want to share a quote of mine that, when life knocks you down, your goals will get you back up. When life knocks you down, your goals will get you back up.
Wow. I'm gonna have to. My arms were folded, and I'm looking for a piece of paper because that was good. When life knocks you down, your goals is what gets you back up. That was powerful. That's Coach O own right there. That's hers, and it definitely speaks for the life that she has lived, her journey in life. And if you've not seen her, she's all over different places. She's a go getter. She travels. Did a lot of traveling before we got hit with the pandemic, but that didn't stop her from moving forward, from becoming a go getter, from becoming an achiever, from basically changing the lives of others. And that's why we have her on this show today, to support those individuals that have overcome life, that need to and have a desire to overcome life obstacles, or even want to embrace the opportunity of overcoming them. That's why she's here. She's that intentional, motivational, plus inspirational person that has a platform filled with wisdom that will awaken your hope and your ambition and your faith and your inner strength. She's that person that has a genuine life changing, that has those genuine life changing topics that are designed to encourage you and those you encounter. Remember that strength doesn't come from what a person can do. It comes from overcoming the things they once thought they couldn't do. So I am so grateful for my sister being with us this Wednesday. Do you have anything else that you would like to add, Dr. O? Because my goodness.
Thank you so much. Again, just so grateful to be here. And I just want to tell the listening audience to know that no matter what you go through in life, life is still worth the living. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like you're not as far off as you should have been at a certain time. But remember that if you're still here, you got time. You got time. So those are my final words. You still have time to take action. You still have time to take action.
I am not messing with her. I'm not messing with Coach O. I am not messing with her. We keep telling you, people see her, but they just don't know. And as you go this evening, just give her some shout outs. She says she's on all the social media platforms. People are going to see her, but they don't have a clue. They do not have a clue, but you have them to tune into her podcasting and say, you got to tune in to what she had to say about who she is and how she has overcome some amazing life obstacles. Thank you again for tuning in.
Even coronavirus can't keep us apart because we love you so much. From all of us at Bashani Radio app, stay safe, stay home, and keep us blasting on your phones. Bashani Radio app, always talking about everything. Download us free in the App Store. Kaboom! You heard?
Okay. HurricaneRadio.com, certified #1 digital talk radio station in the world. The power of women.